Jennifer, I'm curious, when you were doing these IDRs through the federal process, where did you look for compelling data to use to advocate that the reasonable values were more than were being offered by the payers?
Great question. So we look to a variety of sources. I won't get into too much detail, but I would certainly recommend looking at, as I think it's one of the factors, right? Prior contracted rates. If you don't have prior contracted rates, perhaps look at prior payment rates. What did United pay you last week? December of 2021, payments looked a little bit different in January of 2022. If you have access to it, Fair Health. And then keep in mind, CMS has published public use files accessible to, as it describes, the public. I certainly would take a look at all available files. Keep me honest, guys. I think there's 2022 data and 2023 data. I certainly would take a look at all of that. If you have access to someone who's smarter than me and better with data, I certainly would slice and dice that data. I think there's a lot of good information there.
So
That's where I would start.
just clarifying, the public use data are the historical records from these prior IDRE decisions that were made pursuant to the process. So in
Correct.
effect, it's almost like a quasi-judge made a decision, and you could rely on those IDR quasi-judge decisions to say historically, hey, all this stuff got decided over the last couple of years. It's precedent, and it could be looked at to determine what the market value is or the reasonable value is for these physician services.
You can look at that data and slice and dice it however you want. It includes every piece of information you could want. You could narrow it down by geozip, for example, if you have interest and you're providing services in Ohio or Iowa or New York, you can filter by specialty. And then they also publish the information on what the QPA is, what the offer is, a lot of excellent data, certainly a good resource.